Ladies and gentlemen, friends, dreamers, and future millionaires, today I want to talk to you about something that most people don't want to hear, but everybody needs to hear. The title of my message is very simple, very direct, and very powerful. Focus on your growth, not salary. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, Jack, that's easy for you to say you are rich already, let me remind you, I wasn't born rich. I wasn't even born medium. I was born on the download speed of life where everything took longer, including success. When I applied for jobs, I got rejected left and right. I used to tell people I got rejected 30 times, but honestly, I lost count. Even KFC said no. I used to think maybe they just didn't like chicken with my face. But here is the truth. In those times, I realized something very important. If I only chased salary, I would have quit long ago. If I had looked at the paycheck, I would have said, forget it. Life is unfair. But because I focused on learning, on growing, on becoming better every single day, the salary became irrelevant. And ironically, because I grew, the salary one day took care of itself. Let me make this point with something we all understand: food. Salary is like fast food. It comes quickly, it tastes good for the moment, it fills your stomach for a short while, but after 20 minutes you're hungry again. Worse, sometimes it even leaves you with regret, just like eating too much greasy fried chicken at midnight. That is exactly what salary does: temporary satisfaction, long-term emptiness. Growth, however, is like farming. Farming requires patience, effort, consistency, and faith. You plant a seed, you water it, you protect it, and at first you see nothing. Days, weeks, even months may pass without results. But if you keep nurturing it, one day it breaks through the ground, and in time it grows into a strong tree that can feed you, your children, and even your grandchildren. Farming may not give you instant satisfaction, but it gives you lasting wealth. The problem today is that too many young people are chasing fast food instead of farming. They go to job interviews, and the first question they ask is, how much will you pay me? They don't ask, what can I learn here? What skills will I develop? What kind of person will I become after working here for 3 years? They are more interested in the sauce and the fries, not the recipe. But life rewards the one who knows the recipe. Because if you know how to cook, you will never go hungry again. If you know how to grow, you will never be stuck depending on someone else's kitchen. Salary feeds you for today. Growth builds a system that feeds you for a lifetime. Let me tell you why salary obsession is dangerous. When you focus only on salary, you will always compare yourself with others. And comparison is the thief of joy. You will look at your friend who earns $200 more and say, life is unfair. You will look at someone who buys a new phone and feel depressed. You will keep running after numbers but never feel satisfied. But when you focus on growth, you compare yourself with yesterday. You ask, am I better today than I was yesterday? That is the only race you need to win. If yesterday you knew 5 things and today you know 6, congratulations. You are richer already, even if your bank account doesn't show it yet, because knowledge compounds faster than money. Think of it this way. Money inflates, but wisdom appreciates. Your $100 today might buy fewer things tomorrow, but your skill, your knowledge, your network, these increase in value the more you use them. Let me share with you some personal stories. When I was young, I applied for teaching jobs, police jobs, hotel jobs, even waiter jobs. And let me tell you, if rejection were a sport, I would have been the world champion. One time I went for a hotel waiter interview. They looked at me and said, you are too thin to carry trays. I wanted to say, sir, that's why I'm here, to earn money and buy food to get fat. But I didn't. I smiled and walked away. If I had focused on salary, I would have cried. But instead, I focused on growth. I asked myself, okay, they don't want me, but what can I learn from this? And slowly, by learning, by reading, by practicing, by teaching myself English, even when my tongue refused to cooperate, I grew. Now, when I walk into hotels, the waiters don't ask me if I'm strong enough to carry trays. They ask me, sir, do you want the presidential suite? Let's do some math. Don't worry. I will make it funny. Imagine you start with a salary of $500 per month. Every year, your company increases it by 10%. After 10 years, you are earning around $300. Not bad, right? You can buy a bigger TV. Now imagine instead of chasing a 10% salary increase, you chase 20% personal growth each year. Maybe you read more books, learn new skills, take on challenges. In 10 years, you are not just earning $1,300, you may be worth $1.3 million. Why? Because opportunities chase competence, not degrees, not titles, and not even experience. Opportunities chase growth. Salary is addition. Growth is multiplication. Salary gives you fish. Growth teaches you to own the lake. There is an old Chinese story I love to share about bamboo. Bamboo is a fascinating plant because it teaches us one of life's greatest lessons about growth. When you plant bamboo, for the first year, nothing happens. You water it, you nurture it, you protect the soil, and still nothing comes out. You do it again the second year, same story. Third year, still nothing. By the fourth year, you begin to wonder, maybe I planted plastic bamboo, but in the fifth year, something magical happens. In just about 6 weeks, the bamboo shoots out of the ground and grows more than 90 feet tall. People walking by say, wow, this bamboo grew overnight, but you and I know the truth. It didn't grow in 6 weeks. It grew in 5 years and 6 weeks. The roots were growing deep underground, preparing to support the incredible height that was coming. That is exactly how growth in your life works. Most of the time, it is silent, invisible, and yes, very frustrating. You may feel like nothing is happening, that you're putting in the effort, but not seeing the results. And this is where most people give up. They stop watering their bamboo after 2 years. They say, where's my salary raise? Where's my promotion? Where's my breakthrough? And they walk away just when the bamboo was about to shoot up. But those who continue, those who keep learning, keep working, keep believing, are the ones who shock the world. People call them an overnight success, but nothing is overnight. Success is like bamboo, it hides until the right time. So I ask you, are you patiently watering your bamboo, or are you digging it up every week, doubting if it will ever grow? Salary mentality makes you afraid to take risks. You will say, oh, I can't try that. It may reduce my salary. You will never start a business, never take a project outside your comfort zone, never learn a new skill because all you care about is protecting the monthly number. But growth mentality makes you fearless. You say, even if I fail, I will learn. Even if I lose money, I will gain wisdom. You become unstoppable. When I started Alibaba, the salary was 0. My wife asked me, where is the money? I said, money is coming, but first growth must come. If I had chased salary, I would have taken a comfortable job teaching English. Nothing wrong with that, but today there would be no Alibaba. Now let me give you some very practical advice. 1, in your 20s, work to learn, not to earn. Don't ask about salary. Ask about the mentor, the environment, the exposure. Work under people who inspire you, not people who pay you. 2, in your 30s, apply what you've learned. This is the time to build your career, your business, your professional reputation. 3, in your 40s, focus on stability. By now, growth has made you valuable. Money will chase you. 4, in your 50s, mentor others. Teach them not to chase salary, but to chase growth. 5, after 60, enjoy life. If you focused on growth, your bank account and your happiness account will both be full. Salary is like a drug. The more you get, the more addicted you become, and the harder it is to quit. Salary is like perfume. You may smell good for a while, but if you drink it, you die. Salary is like dating a rich